talking about a theme song. Would you like to try that out?
Let's do that
Okay.
today.
Have you
All
got
right.
some music?
Yep. Ba da ba 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 da da ba 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 da 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 ba da 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 da.
Two
Ba da
guys
da
on a
da
journey
da
to
da
make
da
some
da da
amends.
da
Hey, don't
da
you
da
mean
da da
almonds?
ba
We're
da
going
da
from
da
the
da
start
da
to the
ba
end.
da 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 da
Are we
da
gonna break
ba
or
da
are we
da
gonna
da da
bend?
da
Two
ba da
friends
da
making
da
almonds.
da da.
Thanks for being here.
Hello, David. Thanks for having me. How's
How
things?
I'm doing well. Seeing your beautiful face, you've got a nice glow to it. Are you using moisturizer?
Not at the moment. I'm using plenty of lighting, so my renters will be fried in a few years, but I'm here smiling, ready to go. You're looking fantastic yourself.
Mm.
Love the shirt. Uh, do you want to tell people why we're here today?
Forgiveness, the theme of saying sorry and someone accepting it, or perhaps someone not saying sorry and the other person just needs to forgive from a distance, forgive without the initial apology. Have you had many experiences regarding apologies and forgiveness, Mr. Ryan?
Yep, I've had my fair share of apologies and forgiveness.
I was at a funeral and we were listening to the Lord's Prayer. Is it forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us? And as I was listening to that, I had my arch nemesis in front of me. And I had an inkling to punch him in the head, but I didn't. So I thought that was a real triumph with my experience at the funeral.
Well, that's fascinating. Sorry for your loss, and I hope that everything's okay. You did well to resist harming another,
Mm.
but we always know that's not the way to go. Forgiveness is a much easier, painless path. Do you feel any more sensitive towards forgiveness to that person, or is it more did you fall into resentment for wanting to strike them?
The last time I spoke to him was about 12 years ago. And the man was able to hack into my Facebook and send people terrible messages, and it damaged relationships. He hacked into my YouTube account and deleted all these YouTube videos that I slaved away on, and there was a lot of frustration still. It was fresh after 12 years. I had the idea to talk to him at the funeral, but I thought that my dear friend, my mutual friend with the enemy, would have wanted me to be loving, and so I decided to have that as my modus operandi at the funeral: love, 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 and it was predominantly that. I have more forgotten than forgiven. And do you have any advice regarding that? And I'm trying to kind of forget, but I still have that. It's all still kind of fresh. Do you have any advice for me, Ryan?
I suppose to forgive is to forget if you don't let it bother you anymore. Obviously, seeing that person would have reinvigorated some feelings and been in a close vicinity of them being with a mutual friend of yours to sort of create a part of a rift in that relationship. Though you don't know until you face it head on. This person may have really been struggling with something themselves, and their way of acting out was to cause harm on other people, in which what they did to you. So maybe that's where the line of forgiveness has gone too long, where
Mm.
they haven't been forgiven, or they did something and they weren't forgiven and they weren't able to cope, and then it's passed on to you. So I think the best thing that you can do is you can just draw that gap and put your hand on their shoulder and say, I know what you did. It's fine. It did hurt me heavily at the time. But when I see you now, I still feel a certain type of way. So it is for me to say that I forgive you. And I'm sorry.
Wow.
And I'm sorry if that anything had happened to you for you to do that. And it's not to make them feel like they're the victim or
Mm,
because that they're acting out. They could just go out on a whim and say, oh, I do it to everyone. It's just my way of joy, my way of
mm,
finding excitement. But, deep down, we always know that someone does something for a reason. But if you can do that and you have that opportunity again to see that person and to sort of close that gap, even if you may not completely feel it at the time or don't know if it's going to make any sense in the moment. If you it's like that piece of wood that you just keep punching and it doesn't break, but then when you
mm,
finally break through, it's going to be so satisfying. So you want to land that blow, not to the back of his head,
mm.
but to his reality and to
Mm.
his sort of sense of being towards you.
I was thinking about forgiving him as I was driving to the funeral. I expected that he would be there. Didn't
Mm.
expect it was right in front of me. And as I was thinking about forgiving him, I did feel a sense of overwhelm. It was like I was being crushed by it. Like if I did say it, and as I was thinking about it, I was like tearing up and I was thinking, if I did say it, I would fall to pieces in a way. It would break me by forgiving him. It'd be this act of humiliation in my, like, as I was feeling, it felt like I was humiliating myself by forgiving him, breaking myself apart. Do you think you would have done that? That whole hand on the shoulder? That is very beautiful what you said.
Yeah, I think one of the most, I guess, human things we can do is what you say is to strip yourself back, is to break yourself down to your most vulnerable.
Mm,
And I guess it can be, yeah, it can be quite intimidating, or just, yeah, a terrifying place in one. But in that, you find someone who will do anything to feel like how you felt before that, and to get there is to just break yourself down, to understand what walls that were there, break through that skin and grow into a bigger person than what you were before. So a lot of people think that they have to start from scratch, and that's not true. You've started, you've stopped, you've tried other things, you've done other parts of your life, and you're just trying to take something on again. It's not that you're starting from scratch, and it's not that you're back to square one. You're just taking on a challenge, and that's just life. You deal with those types of things. So maybe in that, you do feel a bit vulnerable and a bit scared
mm,
of the situation, but know that once you do something different, because you keep trying to break that piece of wood, but you didn't try chopping it, you kept punching it. But if you just try and slice through it, it's all about technique
mm,
and approach and your thoughts and your feelings. I've had many situations where I've approached a conversation or a discussion or an argument with a certain type of thought or feeling, and I didn't get the result that I wanted, because I wasn't listening and I was always trying to interrupt and get my point off. But then when you learn to approach situations differently, you can actually grow from them and become, I guess, a better person in that.
mm. I imagine the caterpillar would find it traumatic,
Yeah,
moving
definitely.
into the cocoon and just turning into some kind of ooze, chrysalis.
Yeah, fear of the unknown. Be
Mm.
the caterpillar. I think that'll be the name of the episode today.
Have you had a first-hand experience where you did that, where you forgave someone
Um,
or someone forgave you?
yeah, it was more just like small things. Whether it be a disagreement at work or I don't know, had discussions with friends who may not have agreed on something, or but nothing too extreme as
Mm.
of late. I've been quite lucky, I guess, to avoid that need. But if I had come across someone, but even now I think about it now, I wasn't that like heavily affected in school by bullying or like anti-socialism. So it was more just a matter of um, me coming to terms with myself. There's a difference, some people need to forgive themselves and some people need to forgive other people to
Mm.
realize that like it happens and things do happen and we all grow and we all, I guess, take a step back as people. So it's not a reason to feel like it's someone's fault or it's your
Ah,
fault.
that's true.
Coming to terms with what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, I was just thinking, you don't have an arch nemesis?
Um, I had I
Enemy?
felt like I had one or two in school, but at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, they weren't extremely bothered by me, and I wasn't extremely bothered by them. So I guess it would have been fun to have have a
Mm,
little spy v spy
mm,
type setup, but I think most of the time it's just two people trying to reach a certain status.
mm.
So it wasn't like anything to get personal over. Um,
I feel like with my haircut and my mustache, people would assume I'm the villain in the situation. The arch nemesis is the hero. I was thinking, Ryan, do you think we could try out an idea? Maybe I should draft a message for my arch nemesis right now. What could I say? Hi, arch nemesis. Or should I change the salutation?
um, Hello there.
Hello there. Okay.
You're not
Hello
using his
there.
name. You're not attaching a adjective.
Mm-hmm. You.
It was nice to see you.
Oh, it was nice to see
It was
you.
good. It was good.
It was good. Okay, I like that because it might have been not nice, but it was good in the way of healing in the long run. Okay, it was good to see you at the ceremony.
Yeah. Or
Okay,
you could say last week or whenever it had happened.
okay, it was good to see you last week. So I still have anger. Do I express the anger in the message or do I wipe that off and just go straight to the forgiveness part? Ooh.
It depends on how he responds or if he responds.
Mm.
If you have anger, you need to find another way in which you can channel that. Will that be with a comment or will that be with a resolution?
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Do you think I should ask for an apology?
If you feel like you have something you need to say, you should say it,
Mm-hmm.
but you shouldn't go asking a peasant for gold, I guess is the best
Oh,
description I can use from that. Um,
is that a common phrase or did you just coin that
I kind of just
information?
said it. I
Okay.
was watching Emperor's New Groove, so peasants and gold are a good theme of that movie. So
David Spade for the win.
David Spade for the win. So indeed, yeah. How 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 do you think? Did he look at you? Did he recognize
From
you? Did he?
afar. I'm not sure if he recognized me.
Hmm.
He had
Oh,
sunglasses on outside, so
yeah,
maybe we locked eyes.
yeah.
So it was good to see you. Maybe I'll just do like a quick rough draft now and then maybe mull it over a bit. Or should I send the message right now as I go through the podcast? Oh my gosh. This is drama if you want it. So it was good to see you last week. I would like if you want to talk more about the past, I am open to that.
Yep, yep.
I have a lot of
Say
anger,
I am
should I say?
open. I am open to your thoughts.
Okay, I am open to your thoughts. So anger might not be great because it might sound like I want to fight him, but I can say
I am
I've,
still carrying
I'm still
a certain type of grief or a certain amount, or maybe I'm still carrying some weight,
okay. A certain type of weight and pain, or is that too much?
anguish.
And anguish. Okay, I'm open to your thoughts. I'm still carrying a certain type of weight and anguish regarding the past. If you want to make if you want to and I'm sure you have similar, or I'm sure you have things you carry too. I'm sure you have things you carry too. If you want to talk more, um
I'm
I'm
not
open to
sure
it.
I would put that bit in there because this is about you.
Okay,
It's nice to consider his thoughts and feelings.
lead it.
Just say, just that end bit, but like bit where you talk about reclaiming rate and grief. You should then maybe say, I'm sorry if I'm sorry if there was something that had caused you to act a certain type of way.
Oh my gosh, I am sorry. So I am apologizing here. This
Yeah.
is ultimate humility. I think this might break me, Ryan.
Okay, we can reword that.
Ah,
I can understand if there was something that happened to you that caused you to act a certain type of way.
yes. I don't think I really did anything bad, but it's more like something could have happened outside of this. So I understand.
I can understand.
I can understand we all have things we go through, or no.
Just say I can understand if something had happened to cause you to act a certain type of way towards me.
Okay, had happened that caused you to act a certain way around me, act towards me,
Yeah.
towards me. Okay,
And I would like to move on from it.
I would like to move on from it. Okay, and then have an invitation to talk more.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing you can do. You can't resolve this in a message, though he may choose to. But maybe you can say, I think if you need to deal with a problem like this that has been persisting for 12 years and it was quite serious, maybe just invite for that, hope that he makes an invite for a call or a face-to-face conversation even. So then
Oh
you
my
can both
gosh,
get everything out. It's a big
that
sledge,
is full. Okay, all right.
or just maybe just leave it as a messaging thing for now. Maybe he will reach out and it'll stop you having to.
Mm,
A bridge needs to be built from both sides. It doesn't. You're not putting all the pavers and stilts in. You know, you've both got to do that. So I guess the best thing you can do is just start that build and see if he
yeah,
brings that. Be the caterpillar, David.
okay. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find him on Facebook. Mm, uh, okay. Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll send it over.
What's it? Can you read the message for us one
Okay.
final time?
Hello there. It was good to see you last week. If you want to talk more about the past, I am open to that. I'm open to your thoughts. I'm still carrying a certain type of weight and anguish regarding the past. I can understand if something had happened that caused you to act a certain way towards me. I would like to move on from it. Maybe we can talk more. We
I'm
can talk
hoping.
more.
I'm
I'm
hoping.
hoping. I'm hoping we can talk more about it soon. Talk more about it. If you feel inclined about it, if you feel inclined. Okay. Inclined is a bit of a wanky word, but I think it'll be all right. Thanks. Should I thank him? I don't know if I want to thank him. Should I go
You,
regards?
hey, you said it. Maybe
Oh,
it's not as
no.
hard as you think.
It is hard
Mm.
to negotiate this because I feel like I'm a bit of a cuck, a beta male. And this is moving into that territory of just humbling myself. Okay, thanks, Dave. Oh my gosh, this is some chrysalis shit right here. I'll okay. And do I have it? Okay. I'm not sure if it's the right Brock Gibbs, but I'll send it anyway. It looks a bit different from the funeral, but see how I go. Okay. Sorted. Thank you very much, Ryan. This was great for me. I'm not sure if it was great for you or for the audience.
Yeah,
What do you think?
it's like a right at bloody dream world.
It's
10 out of 10.
a bloody nightmare. Well, for me, mate.
The Tower of Terror. Be the
Indeed.
caterpillar.
Okay. That was fruitful. What would you like to finish on, Ryan? I feel like I've been very selfish. I've been a selfish lover. How can I satisfy you?
This has been a shared experience. I've found joy watching you seek acceptance. So it's getting me off just right. No, I shouldn't go there. There should be a nice friendly chat. I've still got a bit of time here, so I guess that is one way of dealing with forgiveness. Even if you don't reach that full, complete step, you made 6 or 7 along the way. Maybe next time you get to 8 or 9. Maybe the time that you only get to 2. But one time you're going to hit that 10, and it's going to matter, and it's going to feel good, and it's going to mean something. We don't always get something right the first time or the last. But it's that consistently trying in between. So a big props to you, David, for taking that step and making that effort, because that's very inspiring. That's something I think a lot of us can look to and go, well, it's really not that hard, and we may still feel these types of things and may think, oh no, I should do that. I can wait. There's no time like the now. So if you feel like you got something to say, definitely say it. My messages are always open. If anyone wants to say anything to me, I've actually had people. Sorry to break off a bit.
Go
I
for
had
it.
two people from school message me apologizing to how they were to me, in school, and
Oh.
that was really big, and I think that's helped me allow to forgive people in the future, because like I forgave them, and it's like, well, that's just life. People do stuff to each other. People don't always necessarily want what's happened to them to happen to you, but it's just the cause of effect. So to those people that did reach out to me, thank you so much, because that really just like helped me see a way forward in my own ways. And I usually looked up to those people that try to bring me down a bit. And it's not like a choosy heroes type mentality, but it was more just understanding that everyone's human, and that even the good people make mistakes. And I thought these people were quite big figures in my life, because they may have made it hard on me, or they may have you know definitely singled me out for my ways, but they made me the person I am, and they made me resilient, and they made me but they made me tolerable to tolerate things. So the bad comes with the good, and the good comes with the bad. So I guess that's back to the question where you said, have you dealt with it? A few years ago, I received these messages from people in school. I might even share those messages
Absolutely.
in the comments. We might even get that message that you've sent out, and just sort of be like, hey, this is all it takes. If there's anyone out there that has had something happen to them, or they've done something to someone, I strongly encourage you to do what David's done today, and send that message and create that bridge, because it's gonna pay down the line eventually. It's might not be fixed right away, but it'll fix something somewhere, and that's what we need to start doing more of. So congratulations, David.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that would be big, having people apologize to you. I'd
Yeah.
love that. I had one friend who bullied me at school, and I got him to apologize, which was big. It was a bit of a pressuring type phone conversation. So I had to coerce him a bit, but he did it, which was great. I've got another guy who wasn't my arch nemesis, but he was a person who bullied me a bit. Should I copy and paste what I wrote there and send it to him too? Or would that be uncouth?
You could try it. I mean, it might be like sort of a field test where you see what kind of different responses you gain from different parties. Though, if you do want to change a little bit of it to make a bit more sense, because obviously you didn't see that other guy the other week, so you can't be like, "It was good to see you last week." Be like, "Where were you?"
Okay. Well, how about I change this? So instead of, it was good to see you last week. Thanks for the friend request, because he
Oh,
asked
okay,
me to be his friend.
that's good. That's good.
Indeed. So maybe that is moving forward, because he was a bully and now he wants to be friends with me.
Yeah, and if you send that first message, it may make it a bit easier for him to reply, or if like he was intended to message you as soon as you accepted. We all have that waiting factor, but we just need to break through and just do it. Tell people how you feel. Tell people what you think.
All right. Sent through.
Wow, 2 for 2, David. You're on fire.
Hopefully they don't talk to one another and share their little conversations that I've sent them. They'll be like, hey, this guy doesn't care at all. He's a spammer.
Oh, I
He's
shouldn't joke.
spamming for sympathy.
The first guy hacks into the Facebook of the other guy and sees that you sent him the same message. And you said, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Had to be done. Had to be done. You've become a better man today, David. You've become a better person.
Yeah, pour some more salt on that wound. Come on, Ryan. Come on, please. All right.
We got pepper in the cupboard. Well, thank you, friends, family, and everyone in between. This is Making Almonds, a show where David and I have started to explore, where we just talk about our thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and making amends with Dave and Ryan. But we call it Making Almonds because in the first show, he offered me some almonds, and that was a nice little coin to what we do. So we thank you for joining us today. Please, we're just starting up, so any subscriptions, likes, and comments are greatly appreciated. If there's anything that you'd like to further discuss what we talked on today, or any ideas on what you'd like us to talk to us in the future, please drop them in the comments below. Dave, is there any final words or send-offs from today?
You said it perfectly. It was fantastic, Ryan. 2 high fives. High 10.
High 10.
It's a high 10 episode.
To everyone. So yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Be good, be kind, be friendly, be like Dave. Take that step, forgive and forget. All right, love you, David. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure talking with you. We'll catch up again very soon. And we'll wrap this one up on you.
Okay, great. Bye.
Bye.